Welcome to SuperStarcraftBros.
Diamond Friday.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Iron Sparks.
And it is freezing in your room.
But you know what?
You were like the polar opposite to what's going on outside.
Well, you know, you have to...
In the Mojave Desert.
You have to have balance.
Yeah, well, you are definitely the freezing cold part of the yin-yang.
But you know, I feel fine. Feel me.
No, I don't want to feel you. You're warm.
See? I'm
Wow.
fine.
Okay. All right. We have a TvZ for you guys this week. I feel like we haven't had this matchup in a while.
I don't even know.
All
you
right.
know what matchup we still have not had in a while?
PvP?
No.
ZVZ?
Yes, we still have only had one since Heart of the Swarm came out.
That's okay. That's okay.
Do you know how long ago Heart of the Swarm came out? Because I don't.
A while?
Yeah.
Like months? Eons? I don't know. All right, good luck. Have fun. GG. And Russian thrown back out. All right. Let's get into it. I got nothing. Let's just introduce those players.
Well, on the bottom right corner, we have a red paper bag.
What?
Do you get it?
The puppet in the movies and yeah.
Fandango.
Fandango. Is that still around?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
just we don't go to those theaters.
Oh.
And in the top left corner, we have our blue Zerg, Damianexis. On Bel'shir Vestige. I don't know if you said that.
Isn't Damien like the spawn of Satan?
Something like that.
Fandango screwed.
I don't know. Paper bag puppets can be scary.
They can. Those were some very detailed and very vocal paper bags.
You know, just imagine if you had, like, you woke up in the morning and there was a paper bag just staring at you in the face. Would you be scared? I mean...
Yeah, I actually would.
And what if it was a paper bag of Damien?
Don't say that. That's a nightmare waiting to happen. All right, fast expand for Damien has gone down at the natural. We do have a full wall off underway for Fandango.
You know what I think's overrated? Barracks.
What the?
It looks like, I think, he hasn't gotten here yet.
I think this is the second time I've seen this.
He hasn't gotten here yet, but you know, this is not a bad idea. He doesn't know it, but Fandango is doing 2 expansions right now. So you know there's not going to be any quick aggression coming from the Zerg player. So getting an expansion of your own out already, it could be good. Because the thing is, what he could be thinking, he hasn't seen Lings yet. So he knows he's not being rushed, so he knows he's going to have time. So he can go ahead and just expand first.
Yes. I haven't watched a lot of pro games. I know MLG is coming up, so I might try and watch some of that. I haven't seen this command center first wall off move, but we've seen it a couple times in the higher level players
And
the past
the lower
couple
level
weeks.
players.
So it must be something that someone did. If you guys know who started this build for Terran, leave us down below, or maybe just send us
They
a
have
link.
to leave us down below.
Leave us a comment down below, and also don't leave us down below. That's where the Ninja Turtles live, and they're
But
scary.
they're cool.
They're scary.
You know, Donatello could be a cool bud.
Isn't he
Mikey?
he's the only non-violent one. Everything else
Mikey
can
isn't violent.
Mikey's not
He
violent.
likes pizza.
Give you like a concussion or something. But all right, so the command center is finished.
You know what?
About the same time as the barracks.
3 expansions for everyone.
And holy hell, really?
Or 2 expansions, my mistake.
Now, has Fandango scouted out all 3?
Yes.
Wow. Interesting. Now, spawning pool is finished for Damien. He is just working on drone count, overlords, and getting queens at all of his expansions. Fandango going for a triple expand. I don't know if I've ever seen a Terran player do this.
You know, one thing he could do, he could move one of them and just leave the other one to do increased mule production and SCV production for the meantime. Because even though the Zerg is double expanding, there still could be links out on the field, making it risky to try to defend both bases at once.
That's a lot of command centers hotkeyed.
Well, you know.
So second orbital command is about to finish. Barracks is pumping out Marines right now. That third command center is just about to finish. I think that was a misclick on the mule. Nope. Okay. And
There's no misclicks here.
Yeah. This is gonna be an interesting game, I can tell.
Another orbital being mighty morphed in.
Bunkered down on low ground to provide some defense at the natural. And back at Damien, still just macroing up, getting those drones in place. He's got his extractors. He's got 3 on the way.
Yeah, another thing is, I know we've mentioned it before, but getting these 2 and not necessarily getting these 2, it doesn't tell your opponent exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because opponents think, hey, he might have the gas at his natural, but does he really have the gas at his main? Is he really going for a gas intensive build, or is he just getting these two for now.
And when it comes to Zerg players, you can tell a lot about their builds depending on how many gas geysers they have up. Mining starting at the expansion for Fandango.
And a factory on the way. But, you know, things about the gas, you can see that with any type of race, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see too early gas for Protoss, you know, it's either going to be a quick
But I've
anything.
only really seen Zerg players utilize that type of deception.
Well, that's because it's usually only the Zerg player who's expanding this quick.
Yeah.
Alright, Roach Warren just about to finish, as well as an Evo chamber for the Zerg player. He knows Fandango's expanded. No, he doesn't. He's gonna know soon.
He does have. I know he has at least one Overlord, one of those flying cockroaches. He has got two.
One up here
on the perimeter, so he's gonna see anything float out or fly out. I like that Damian went Roach, especially if Fandango goes Tech, which it looks like that's what he's gonna be doing.
Double armory and double factory, so we're gonna be seeing a lot of Hellbats or some Widow Mines on the way. My guess was gonna be Hellbats because he has already started two. You know, you get those quick Hellbats. Granted, it's not going to do that well because there already are the Evo Chamber wall getting two Spines as well, and Roaches are going to be out on the field. But you can also change those to Hellbats on the way.
That the only entrance into?
Yes.
All right. I love that. The use of the Evo Chambers by Damian and the Spines to do a funnel into the natural. I really like that maneuver. And it looks like he really... Barracks, not a huge thing. But that unlucky Overlord who just pops, explodes into a pool of blood, does see the Hellions out.
Sacrifices have to be made or more.
Especially those original scouting Overlords.
But you know, it really is usually uncommon for the barracks to be sent out. You normally see the factory.
I mean, he's got his factories down. He has his armory down. He has everything he needs. He doesn't need bio.
He doesn't have an Evo. Do you need barracks to build an Evo chamber? Or not an engineering
No,
bay?
you don't. You don't.
You don't?
Well,
I don't even
in the
know
beginning...
anymore.
You did it because you could actually command planetary rush.
Okay.
Someone with that. All right, so the barracks is going to float over and get a lot of scouting. The only thing that's really going to be able to hit it at this point is the Queen.
But you know, now that he sees that there is a multitude of roaches, so the Hellbats aren't really going to do much. However, he is throwing down 3 additional factories.
I think putting tanks into the mix and even Thors would be a great call to counter Roach. And it does look like we might have Infestors or Swarm Hosts on the way because that Infestation Pit is a little over halfway finished.
Yeah, you know, Widow Mines probably wouldn't be bad either, at least for defense. Because, granted, right now there's not a Spire attack on the way, but it always could be an option. But he's instantly going to spot the Infestation Pit and the Macro House. The only thing he's not spotting is the Hydra Den.
It's kind of interesting that he's going for the Hydra Den. Just, I don't know. Why do you think Hydra Den from Damian? Just for the fast attack from the Hydra?
Yeah, you get the additional DPS. You can get a it does damage.
It does look like Damian is prepping for burrowed units and also Hydra because of where he's putting his missile turrets. I believe he's building one right by his main entrance.
You mean Fandango?
Yeah, Fandango. I'm sorry. And so let's see. We have Thor on the way. We got tanks on the way. We got Hellions on the way. I have seen everything but the Widow Mine. We even have a sensor tower going up. Always love the sensor tower on the bigger maps.
Did you say tanks?
Yes.
All we need is some Hellbats.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see the transformation servos upgrade research. Because, you know, those could tank a lot of damage from these roaches.
Good scan reveals the roaches. He's going to be able to get at least a bit of position. But these Hellions aren't going to do too much.
But, you know, if he can keep them here long enough, the tank is going to be able to siege them and start blasting away. Granted, it's not going to do a lot of damage because the roaches are going to be able to march up and just destroy it.
SCV's called to the front lines to try and help out.
Thor is here.
I don't know. I think Thor needs to clone himself a couple times.
Yeah. But, you know, you got to do what you can do.
Thor is going to retreat back to this supply depot line. That will probably get raised to try and buy some time.
Barely raised some time.
Thor's friends come to help him out. No, hell no. They're going to hold the line.
You know, they can block the hole.
Thor, you need to go get repaired.
He's blocking the hole.
I will put my butt here. Thor's butt has arrived.
17 Hydras on the way. You know, if the creep could get all the way over here, they could really do a lot. But even if they do get here, if you just siege the base, really, if you have some hydras, maybe some locusts or swarm hosts on the way, that really could break a Terran down. I mean, there are siege tanks, but
yeah, and it does look like Damien is taking out the third floor Fandango right now with these roaches and
that the Commander just couldn't get away.
No, he lifted up way too late. It was already on fire and still taking damage. He's going to need a lot of tanks. He needs to raise those supply depots. I mean, if he had more Thors, he'd be able to rip through this. I think he's going to have to kind of leapfrog the tanks at this point, especially because he is going so heavy mech.
Ooh.
I don't know.
You know, if he's careful, if he sets up a defensive position around the third and reestablishes it, he might be able to hold off the Zerg player long enough to get his Thor count high enough. But right now, he really has to play cautiously, not lose any of his units because these are precious.
He's really going to need the Hellbats instead of the Hellions to soak up a little bit more damage and allow the tanks to have a bit of a bumper between Damien's army and Fandango's own. And you know what? Having SCVs in the mix to help repair these tech units would be huge as well.
It would. Fandango is reestablishing his sensor tower, though. You know, he knows it's there.
Yeah.
Damien is getting this fourth up and running. I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to take a fifth soon. But you know what? Nidus Network. This can play excellently with the Hydras. Instead of having to march them all the way across, you just set up a quick Nidus in the base. They do a lot of damage, retreat.
And also, I think he still has one of those Overlords from the early on scouting in the bottom left-hand side.
And another thing,
sitting up on the pylon there. He'll be able to Nidus in right there as soon as he perhaps baits Fandango's army out of the base.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Fandango's going tech, so he's not really a mobile army.
No. And we don't have a starport or anything to allow him to build any flying units, which could help out greatly as well.
But there are 2 more Thors on the way, but there's also a Viper on the way. If the Viper count gets a little bit higher, you pull these tanks out of position, they're dead.
He does spot this Overlord, who does have, it looks like, speed as well. He's going to be able to push this out, but it looks like the Nidus network is down. We might actually see a Nidus go down now.
You know, right here would be a perfect spot right now.
And we do have, actually, just talking about it, we do have 2 starports going down, and let's see.
Overlord died.
Overlord did die. I think he was trying to get in position to do it, but he just wasn't able to. We have 2 Vipers on the way now, which is going to be very interesting. I don't think I've seen Viper play, and there you go. Iron Sparks, you got the Nidus down exactly where you wanted it.
And you know, it can really do a lot of damage, not even because these units, Terran units, are immobile, but look at its placement. There's buildings surrounding it from all sides.
Very cluttered. I don't think the army's going to be able to get there soon enough. We have drones coming out of it, so they're going to throw it on spines ASAP as soon possible. It's so soon, you can't even have that.
But you know, one thing I'm disappointed is there's no units coming out of this.
No, it looks like he was trying to establish some type of creep, but you know, Queens have to have been in that to throw down at least the creep tumor in case the Nidus Worm did go down. So the Hellions took care of that quickly, which was good. I
mean, that could have been a great play from Damien, but he just didn't follow. I mean, yeah. I mean, what are 3 spines really going to do?
You know,
if that was like a distraction, then you go Nidus somewhere else, but he didn't.
You know, I think we need to get a missile turret up there just to prevent any further Nidus coming in. It's a little far away, though. I mean, it still gives that Overlord vision. Now, we have a lot of Hellions on the map.
You know, these scans are amazing, but there's really... I mean, now there might be some stuff to follow up.
He doesn't quite need the scans because he has the sensor towers down. He knows they're there. Oh, he rebuilt it as a planetary. This is going to help out a little bit.
But not if the Thors can't dim down there. The blinding clouds are launched on the army, reducing their attack range. And soon we're probably going to see Vipers grabbing some of these tanks.
Yeah, they do have quite a bit of...
Or Thor.
Ooh, the Thor is pulled behind the Hydra. A lot of the roaches are gone. But holy hell, look at the devastation from the Hydra spines.
But you know, since those roaches were gone, there was no more buffer for the Hydra, so the Hellions do good against those because they're light units.
And you know, especially after those clouds fell down from the Viper, huge devastation ripped through the Zerg units. But I mean, for Fandango, all the Hellions are kind of gone now.
But you know, he also lost that expansion again.
He needs a bit of a choke there. He needs to put down some buildings there. I know it's a very large choke, but you can use those rocks to your advantage if you want to.
And you know, another thing, going back to this battle, and what I've liked to see from Damien is instead of grabbing the Thors, grab the tanks.
Tanks would, you know, instead of building a wall, if Fandango starts spitting out some Widow Mines.
Yeah, Widowmines could also be great because there now is a Spire on the way because he's some mutas. I don't expect Corruptors, but those Goas could be morphed in later to Broodlords. And those are units we have not seen in a while.
So let's see. We have another expansion going up for Damian. Lower now. He's essentially cut off and taken over half the map.
Yeah, creep rate is just passing the 50% mark on the map.
And just resource-wise... Oh, excuse me. I was trying to hold that hiccup in. And that one, too. Damian is sitting on a lot in the bank. He's got over 4,000 minerals and climbing. He's got over 13 about 1,300 Vespine gas in the banks.
And, he's keeping up on upgrades. I mean, he has two range attack, 2 armor. Fandango, however, he's working on 3-3 right now for his...
Now, we have the a Hellbat getting produced now. Or actually, the Transformation Servos.
Which is something I would really like to see. We also have Infernal Pre-Igniter.
Good.
That change was not made. However, it still could add some damage, especially for the Hellions to stay. Hellions do a lot of damage against the Hydras. And, Creep's starting to get into Fandango's base now.
Yeah, he's going to need to start throwing some scans to clear that away.
There's a missile turret, so it can't go any farther right now.
Yeah.
But, it's there.
Here we go. We have a move out from Damian. And just talking about Fandango, he's keeping up on his upgrades. I don't know if I said that.
I just spoke about it.
I really think that the Hellbat is going to be a much more dynamic unit for Fandango at this point. That's a lot of Vipers with a lot of energy. They've been eating the brood a lot. But Vikings out. Good call. A little bit of back and forth micro with these Vikings might actually be able to kind of devastate a bit of this count. I like how they tried to pull them back into the army.
Yeah, try to do it again. The Vipers, the Hydras again. But if he keeps producing the Vikings, that'll be good because there are going to be Broodlords on the way. The Greater Spire is almost dead.
We have 3 more Vikings
not
over
almost
here.
Dead.
What?
I said the Greater Spire is almost
dead. I think Fandango has to make that kind of plateau right there. That.
Well, he can't go anywhere else. There's no other base for him to go.
I think
Damian has taken all other expansions.
He needs to let Damian's army come to him. Use that high ground advantage to him. Man, he's throwing on Evo chambers just to funnel stuff off.
Are these like manor chambers?
No, I just think he's trying to cut part of the field down. Oh God, I'm scared. I think Fandango's gonna walk out. Oh no. Scouting roaches head in to plummeting death.
He knows his arm is here. He has the sensor tower. He has the scan.
They do have 3 attack for the mech units for Fandango. He's about to have 3 armor upgrade on his tech. This is a scary tech army. He has servos.
You destroy this army, you're gonna buy yourself some time. Lightning clouds go, forces them back out of it so they can have to
choke.
And there goes the Thors.
2 Thors get pulled back by the Vipers.
Was that 2 or 3?
2, I believe. I don't think there was room for 3.
But these Vikings were able to clean up almost all the Vipers.
A lot of SCVs, I think, are mixed in with this army. I think I see them below all the giant Thors.
Yep.
This actually might be devastating. As long as those SCVs have the resources and the time to repair, they're going to do a lot. These Evo chambers, kind of a distraction, allows for Damian to run back.
And it's going to allow him to rebuild his units. He's going to get these Corruptors out. Those can take out the Vikings real quick. And then morph straight into Broodlords. Because look at his resources. He can get as many as he wants.
He could, and he is working on the Flyer Carapace now.
He doesn't have to worry about these bases.
No.
You know what? He has all of them.
He does, and actually he's got a couple more further south than that one right there. It looks like GG Lords are getting morphed in now. Holy hell, that's a lot of Corruptors.
Yeah, these Vikings, they have to be careful.
Hey, boss. I don't want to go that way.
But the thing with the more Corruptors there are, the less there are to, I don't know.
To take on there. But, there's still a lot of Corruptors. Here we go. The 2 armies engaging. Hellbats in the front. Corruptors swinging around to take out the Vikings with the GG Lords throwing off their little offspring as really neglectful parents do.
But one Broodlord is dead. The Thors are able to just sit in the back and do as much damage as they want.
They got SCVs buddies repairing like crazy.
Tanks were soaking up the damage. Now the Hellions come in to finish off the Hydras there. But this is a lot of Broodlords morphing in right now. The Corruptors are still alive. So these are going to be able to focus on the Thors since the tanks don't, they can't hit them.
Yeah, the Thors, they got to take a step forward so they can start hitting the GG Lords. Right now, all they're doing is battling the Broodlings. They got to take a step forward.
Yeah, if I was Damian right now, I'd set some of these Broodlords to hit the Thors, but the rest hit the SCVs.
Corruptors are moving in just They actually throw down. What's their skill again?
I don't remember what it's called.
bring the HUD up again.
Corruption. It increases the damage taken. That can really be deadly.
Oh god, that's a lot of corruptors. These swords are doing a tremendous last stand because of all the SCVs healing. But a lot of the SCVs are getting taken out by the broodlings, or like, getting thrown by the broodlords.
There was 9 broodlords. Now there's more than 9. Less than 9.
Oh, these swords. And behind this,
I don't even know how many there
Fandango isn't macroing up at all. I don't know what he's doing. He needs to try and move.
Well, he has no minerals. He's mined out here. He's barely mining here.
He's producing 2 Thors and 2 Hellions now. I honestly think that Damian has this. Looking at supply, it's 100 to 170. Damian taking the lead. And that entire tech army, that fully upgraded tech army is gone. I mean, we have a little bit over here, but I mean, what can he do?
I mean, just look at the minerals. This is all the minerals left for Damian to mine.
There is no other base he could expand to.
Yeah, I mean, Damian, he just took control of the entire game.
Yeah. This is why I don't like going solid tech with, I feel that going all bio is more versatile than going all tech. And
I think it's better to get a mix.
You know, here you go. He's gonna try to expand, but there's really nowhere to expand to. I don't even think he knows that base is over there. And we got the GG from Fandango, GG from Damian, and Damian Zerg player takes the win with one of the most effective first uses of Vipers I think I've seen it.
Yeah, with the combination of the blinding clouds and grabbing the units.
Yeah, it was great. So guys, leave us a comment down below. I think this is one of our best Diamond Fridays ever.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game.
So
great way to end the week.
Hit that like button.
Hey, leave a comment. You already said that.
Subscribe.
Send us your own replay to SuperStarcraftBros at gmail.com.
That's SuperStarcraftBros at gmail.com.
SUPER StarcraftBros.com.
It's down below.
Yeah.
Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you're staying cool this summer, and good luck. Have fun.
GG.